All right, today we're going to master the perfect skillet egg. I'm going to walk you through a method that, seriously, guarantees a perfect result every single time. Let's get right into it.
So, are you looking for those amazing, crispy, golden brown egg whites, but you want a yolk that's still perfectly rich and runny? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how to get that delicious texture contrast.
Okay, first things first, the prep. And the real beauty of this method is just how simple it is. Let's quickly go over the basic tools and ingredients you're going to need. For the ingredients, it's super simple. You just need 2 large eggs, about 2 tablespoons of either olive oil or butter, a little salt, and some black pepper if you like it. See? The real magic here is in the technique, not a long shopping list. And for your tools, all you need is a good non-stick or a cast iron skillet and a spatula. That's literally it. No fancy equipment is required to get that perfect texture.
All right, with our prep out of the way, it's time for the main event, the cooking. We're going to go through this step by step to make sure you get a flawless result.
But first, let's talk about a really common mistake, starting with a pan that isn't hot enough. If you do that, you end up with soft, kind of pale whites instead of crispy ones, and that's definitely not what we're going for. So to avoid that, here's your first action. Place your skillet on the stove over medium heat. The key here is to just let it come up to temperature before you add anything else. Okay, now that the pan is heating up, go ahead and add your 2 tablespoons of oil or butter. You just want enough fat to completely coat the bottom of the skillet. So why does this matter so much? Well, getting the pan and the oil hot before the egg goes in is absolutely crucial. This is what ensures that the egg white sizzles and begins to get crispy the very instant it makes contact. So, how do you know when it's ready? You're looking for a visual cue. The oil will start to shimmer, and it'll move really fast and thin, almost like water, when you tilt the pan. That is your signal to go. The moment you see that shimmer, it's time. Crack your eggs directly into the hot oil. Just be a little gentle so you don't break the yolks. And this is your instant confirmation. You'll know the pan was hot enough because you should see and hear it right away. The whites will start to bubble and sizzle all around the edges as soon as they hit that pan. Now, let's head off another common mistake. Do not cover the pan. If you cover it, you're just trapping steam, which is the enemy of crispiness. You'll get steamed whites, not fried ones. So instead, just let the eggs cook completely undisturbed for about 2 to 3 minutes. This is when that hot oil gets to do its work and create that amazing, lacy, golden brown texture. Here's a helpful little technique. If you notice the white right up next to the yolk is still a little bit translucent, just gently tilt the pan. Then use a spoon to baste that area with some of the hot oil. This helps set that last bit of white without overcooking the yolk. So how do you know they're perfectly done? It's a 2-part check. First, the edges of the whites should look crispy, lacy, and golden brown. Second, when you give the pan a gentle shake, the yolks should still jiggle freely. And just like that, the cooking is complete. Now let's move on to the final stage, finishing things up and getting it on the plate. So grab your spatula and carefully slide it right underneath those crispy whites. Then just lift the eggs from the skillet and onto your plate. The very last action is to season the eggs after they're done cooking. A little sprinkle of salt and pepper if you want will stick perfectly now that the eggs are out of the pan and off the heat. And here it is, the final check. What you should have is a perfect balance of textures, a crisp, golden, and lacy egg white paired with a completely liquid yolk. That right there is the perfect skillet egg.